Okay, so we talked a little bit about nutrition earlier last week and how we were going to talk about it more at Mobility Monday. So I just wanted to give you guys sort of an idea of how I pack up my lunches and my dinners and plan for the week when I'm very, very busy. You girls are going to be training a lot, especially on development weekends. And I just wanted to show you sort of my tactics that I do to get me through without constantly snacking on unhealthy options. So to give you an example, last night I was coaching University of Illinois till about we get off the ice at 10:45. I got home around 11:30. So all of my prepping has been done already. I spent about an hour prepping for the next 3 days of work. Right now it's about 8 a.m. I got up at 7:15. I already had a banana and a cup of coffee for me. We don't expect you girls to drink coffee in the morning. And then I'm going to go to a workout class about 8:15 and then come home, take a quick shower, and go straight to work from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. So I don't have time to prepare anything. I don't have time to make a full meal in between coaching, working, and working out at the gym. So after I go and do my workout class, like I said, I already have my banana as a pre-workout. And when I come home, I already have my mixed vegetables, my proteins, and my grains all set and ready to go in pre-marked out containers. So I usually like to have my grains in the form of anything that's as least processed as possible. So I have some potatoes in here, just russet potatoes that I threw in the oven. Then in here I just have mixed veggies that just came out of a bag without any seasoning on them. I don't like a lot of salt or butter either. I'm just kind of a plain person. But this is the bag that it looks like. It's just steamed veggies from Aldi. There's, I believe there's 4 servings in here. I'll generally, for breakfast, just have a single serving. So this bag will last me for breakfasts. I then have a larger Tupperware set out that I've already made of meat. This one that I have for breakfast for the next couple days are a pulled pork. And I'm also a creature of habit. I don't mind eating the same thing over and over. So I coincidentally also have this for my lunches for the week, but that's not something that bothers me. So after I put a grain, a vegetable, and a meat all mixed together, I microwave that. I'll then, if I have time, I'll make 2 over easy eggs and then put it on top of there. So that will be before I even go to work. If you hear the doorbell ring, that's my dog. I trained him to ring a bell to come in, and he's looking at the door right now. So, but that's okay. He loves it outside. So because I work 12-hour shifts in the ER, I really need to have food. Okay, come on. I need to have food set and ready to go for me so that way I can have it nice and easy in between patients and not have to run to and from the cafeteria. So I am very fortunate. I do have access to a microwave at work. So I have these pre-made meals ready to go. This has the first layer of it is a base of grains, which I like to use also from Aldi. They have these packets that you just put in the microwave. It's called 90-second grains. This one is just 7 grains, so it's a multi-grain. I also have one this week that's quinoa and brown rice, and then another brown rice base. So these packets have 80 grams of carbs in there. I generally will split them in between. It's technically just a single serving packet. I will usually split it between 2 meals. So I'll probably have about 40 grams of carbs in here. I then have the next layer of another round of mixed vegetables. This one, I use the fire roasted vegetables, also from Aldi. There's a nice mix in here, and this one comes seasoned as well, so to give it a little extra flavor without me having to think about it. And then over the top of that, I have the same pulled pork from the big Tupperware of meat that I have. So these will be for my next 3 shifts. I have 3 12s in a row. I then keep a bag of raw veggies. These are very easy for me to snack on. They require zero preparation, so I like that in the ER. So this one for this week, I have cucumbers, carrots, and tomatoes. That's pretty standard. I'll generally eat the exact same thing every single day at work. Sometimes I'll switch out one of the vegetables if the produce doesn't look that good at the store, and I'll use bell peppers instead in place of one of these things. The other bag that I have here is just a bag of fruit. So this week I'll have grapes and strawberries. And then just a whole fruit, an orange is just really easy to pack up. And these are just about a quarter cup of almonds, these Tupperwares over here. So this will get me through my shift. I do I don't think that you should completely deprive yourself of things that you really like, or the bad foods. It's not bad if you have it in moderation. So even though I pack up all of this, generally around 2 hours prior to the end of my shift, when I'm wrapping up, I'll go up to the physician lounge and get a hot chocolate and either a bag of goldfish crackers or animal, whatever they have there, that I can just get through the next 2 hours of my shift and finish out okay. When I get home, a lot of times I'll just have a bowl of cereal. I just like that as a nice crunchy snack after work, and it's another way that I can get my carbs in. I like the cardboard cereal. I really enjoy Corn Flakes or Bran Flakes. I don't have a whole lot of sugar in it anyways. But I would recommend, if you are going to use cereals as a way to supplement your carbs, to really watch out for all the added sugar in there, because it can really sneak up on you. Lastly, I also use a multivitamin. This is just the women's once a day, just because of my age. This is what I need. However, I do recommend you have a multivitamin as well, especially if you're sort of seeing a pattern where you're not hitting your marks for the amount of vegetables and the amount of fruit that you're supposed to have on a daily basis. I don't really have too much else for you. Drinks, I really don't drink anything other than water and coffee on the regular. That doesn't mean that I will never have, a latte or a specialty coffee, but I don't make it a habit. A lot of those fruit juices, even if it looks healthy to begin with, are loaded with sugars. Teas are fine as well, especially if you're not feeling well. Teas have a lot of good medicinal purposes to them. I will have tea and honey when I'm not feeling well. In my cereal, I'll use almond milk or soy-based milk. That's just because, regular 2% or skim milk doesn't agree with me. But that's another option that you can have. The biggest take-home points are to be very cautious of the juices, the pops, and there's a lot of sports drinks as well that advertise themselves as a supplement, but you just have to be careful with the additives in there. So I recommend looking at the labels and make sure you're not overdoing it on the sugar. So that's a pretty good overview. I don't think I have anything else. So let me know if you guys have any questions, or if you have found any helpful tips or tactics that you can spread on to the rest of the girls. We'd love to hear it. All right, I'll see you guys on Monday.